Thanks a lot for checking out this little breakdown of what I've worked on recently. Um, Really, with this particular piece, it's kind of interesting when people tend to, nowadays look at the imagery that a person might create, and rather than see the perspective of the individual who created the work and kind of investigate why they may have created this particular piece, um, they tend to, or people tend to go with their own personal perspective on the image without considering, why it was actually done. So in this situation, I tried to create a character, or to bring out the character of Omarosa Manigault, especially around the time after she was removed from the White House, and then she resurfaced with her book. Um, I guess trying to get back into the barbecue, I guess. But my perspective or my idea in terms of what I wanted to do was to kind of give her the persona that I think she's been putting off to people. Not a judgmental thing, just a perspective. No blood, no foul. So, what I've done with this image is I've actually, prior to that, when you don't have access to people one on one, you have to kind of fish around for imagery and so on and so forth. So I found an image that someone took. I don't know who the person is that actually snapped the photo, but apparently that person caught her right at a moment where she was not aware she was having a photograph taken, and she was just kind of at a relaxed state. I saw the photograph, and I thought, that's it. I have an image. I have an idea of what I wanted to do. So as I started thinking about it, I realized that I wanted to kind of examine her or display her through the character of Dark Phoenix. And for those who know who Dark Phoenix is and know what her backstory is, you should pretty much get where I'm going with this. For those who don't know, she basically was not quite a bad guy, not quite a good guy, but was taken over by some other entity. Um, so we don't really, tend to think of her as an evil character, but at the same time, she's not good at all. Destructive for the most part. And I see currently, well, not currently because now she's kind of died down after the book came out, but basically we have an image of a person who is capable of doing a significant amount of damage. But prior to that, she was someone of the enemy. So it's the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Looking at it. So what I've done is I've created the image in Procreate, and then redesigned or re-edited what she was wearing to be that of Dark Phoenix. Um, Part of the process of actually doing this is seeing a color image and being able to then change that color image in your mind into black and white, but then redisplaying that in another color. So what I've got going on is a few different layers of color with that initial drawing as a guideline layer on top of everything else. So all of my painting is going on beneath that initial layer. That initial layer that I'm talking about is the blue line drawing, the contour line drawing that first appeared. So right now I've been building up a few different layers. And the interesting thing about working on the iPad Pro and working in Procreate is that you don't have an unlimited number of layers as you do with Photoshop. So the larger your image is, the fewer layers you're going to have to work with. That being the case, I just had to adjust the manner in which I actually work so that I can actually accomplish everything I would be able to accomplish if I was working with Photoshop, with the limitations imposed on me now. So what I've got going on right now is a series of layers that after I've worked through them a few times, I'm able to then pinch and merge those layers together once they get to a particular level. Um, so I've been using a brush tool, a blend tool, and I've stolen a couple of colors from some things as well. So right now what I've got going on is the finishing of the hair, and as you can see, both the hair can disappear and reappear again because of course they're on different layers. So once I get the hair to the place that I really want it, then I can go ahead and merge that layer with the face, which I'd already had set. Um, Beyond that, the background is also a separate layer. I've played around with tone backgrounds, but what I'm finding really interesting is that the white background illuminates the skin and illuminates the body in a way that actually allows me to kind of work as if it's a backlit image. So now I'm applying the background and playing around with a few colors. This particular color scheme I'm dealing with is an analogous color scheme. I'm really enjoying the look for this. I will create the foreground first, and then after I create the foreground, I'll go ahead and match the background with that particular perspective involving the effect of the imagery and all that will actually change depending upon the color and the tone of the background. How the background, color, and tone match up and work with the foreground of the figure is actually really important. So what you'll start to see in a couple of seconds is a few flashes of things that I'm thinking through processes, thinking through backgrounds, as you can see what's going on right now. And then eventually I will kind of land on something, which pretty much landed on this background here with a little bit of a treatment above the skin tone in her face and behind with these, I don't even remember what these, luminance, some luminance selection. So it's kind of wrapping up now in terms of background. I think there's this one more finishing touch that's about to happen in a few seconds. But for the most part, this is how I actually work with these images. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I'll try and communicate as best I can.